Just one day after the Great Highway was closed to cars permanently, someone came in overnight and vandalized a mural. But the community group Friends of Ocean Beach Park and the artist behind it say they won't let this act of vandalism discourage them. Amanda Harry reports.
It took the artist about 150 hours to make this mural and less than 24 hours for someone to vandalize it. I spoke to people who are both for and against the park, and both of them were disappointed by this act of vandalism.
Okay. Is that a puppy?
I actually used to go to Playland when I was a little boy. But just beautiful job. She portrayed the whole Sutro Baths, the Cliff House, and somebody came and graffitied over the whole thing.
Jim Kirk has spent his life in San Francisco. This new mural reminded him of his childhood.
Playland was where the Safeway is down there. That whole thing was all Playland. It was like Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk.
It closed in 1972, but the mural brought it back to life. Kirk frequently walks the Great Highway with his dog Ricky and watched his artist Emily Fromm painted it. He was disheartened to see it had been tagged.
That's my first thought, was maybe it's because of the, somebody against the park idea. But regardless, I mean, it's just uncalled for.
Friday was the first day a 2-mile stretch of the Great Highway was closed down to cars for good. Crews have already started transitioning the space between Lincoln Avenue and Sloat Boulevard into the city's newest park. Back in November, 55% of San Franciscans voted yes on Prop K to transition the space, but many people who live nearby didn't support it, including Kirk.
I'm not really for the park either myself. I've lived here my whole life, and I like having the Great Highway to drive on. I feel like we need it for the traffic and for the emergency workers, fire trucks.
Sunset resident Seth Rosenblatt disagrees with Kirk and still rides his bike with a sign of his support for Prop K.
People keep forgetting that although 2/3 of the Sunset and Richmond voted against K, that means 1/3 of us voted for it. This is really going to be just an incredible thing, not just for recreation, but people are going to come out here in a way that they've never really come to the Sunset.
Rosenblatt stopped to take pictures of the vandalism. He says it's unfortunate, but he doesn't think it was in defiance of the park.
I would be surprised if it was related. I don't think that they would tag something like this.
Kirk believes there should be a middle ground between having only a park or only a road for cars.
My thought is that they could have both. They have enough room up here where they could have 2 lanes of traffic, and then they could still create a park on the west side. I think that would be a good compromise.
The organization Friends of Ocean Beach Park and the artist both plan to help restore the mural and put a protective coating on it. That way, if anything like this happens again, it'll be more easy to remove.